Alright, we are so back after a very long break. I'm very excited to get back into streaming Final Fantasy XIV. Hello, Parker. Good to see you. You're here to witness my return. Hopefully no more long breaks. Yeah. Today we're doing ALPHASCAPE, the last part of Omega, and I'm very excited for this. I watched the SigmaScape cutscenes. I rewatched them earlier today to remember everything that's going on. And yeah, very excited for some new raid bosses that I might get destroyed by. In the beginning, there was chaos. Jesse greets you with a mix of enthusiasm and concern. Good timing, Jaguar. There's been another anomaly detected in the yawn. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, then we can discuss things with Master Garland. He should be here soon. Alpha did the cat butt wiggle thing. The chief should be here by now. I bet my stock in the company he's fiddling with that research data. Well, I suppose I should explain. Even if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland had some research notes smuggled in from the Empire, from Garlemald. The notes are a part of Midas non-Garland's legacy, who was, of course, the chief's father and the Empire's preeminent engineer. The incident at Bosja Citadel. Do you know of it? No, never heard of it. Bosja was an Imperial fortress city. It was there that Midas constructed the lunar transmitter, a device built to communicate with Dalamud. I think this is a new song playing in the background. I've never heard this. Emperor Solus had ordered Midas to devise a means to destroy primals, and so he sought to harness the power of the Red Moon. The project was a failure. Oh, he succeeded in controlling Dalamud all right, but the immense energies emitted from the satellite vaporized not only the transmitter, but the entire town in which it was built. And as you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garland was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer, but this disaster, added to his opposition to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter, or the data used to create it, until now. I think he means to put that research into use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there can be no other explanation. I see. So he wants information on how Omega was built, and because that will probably help us in the battle with Omega. If we know how he was built, we might know how to defeat him, dismantle him. Listen to me, Jaguar. The chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. Sorry I'm late. I was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time. That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation at the Yawn with Jaguar here. Good. Then you know that Omega is likely ready to continue with its tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? But, Chief, Biggs and Wedge aren't fit for field work yet, and the Chirurgeon's given Nero strict orders to stay abed. And what of Midgard Sormer? Still taking his nap, is he? That leaves only you, Jaguar, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I joined the expedition. No, Jesse. I need your talents elsewhere. There's a half-built device in the workshop that I need you to finish putting together. I've drawn up the design and completed the core mechanisms. The final assemblies should pose no problem for an engineer of your abilities. A new device? Does this mean you used the... Whatever you say, Chief. I'll have it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there. Right. It's back to the rift for us. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Looks like it's up to just me, Sid, and Alpha. This will be interesting. Very excited for this batch of raid bosses. Alexander, the last boss where you fight Alexander himself, was, in my opinion, one of the best fights in this game that I've experienced so far. So I'm expecting that the fight against Omega will be much the same. Are you ready, Jaguar? Ready to put an end to this? Aye, there's no room for hesitation. We press on, come what may. What about you, Alpha? All set to go? Que. That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? Oh yeah. Here we go. Wow, it's very empty now. There's only one egg left. We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments must be nearing an end. Yeah, there's only like 3 platforms and an egg left. Welcome, welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier supposition. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Of the 89 test subjects I trialed, 4 Psi group combatants emerged victorious. Of those four, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This surviving specimen shall be your opponent. There's only one left? We've come to the last round of testing then, and should we win this battle, are we finally to face you in combat? Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analyzing the qualities which allow you to prevail despite your frailty, and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiment yields the relevant data, but engaging you directly is still the most efficient and reliable testing method. Omitting intermediary steps. Evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous. Proceeding immediately with final experiment. Stop. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence amongst these test subjects is no longer required. What do you mean by that? I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete. Oh no, I want to bring Alpha with me. Don't leave him here by himself. Even so, Alpha is a valued companion. If he wishes to continue on with us, I have no intention of leaving him behind. Yeah. I'm with Sid here. He's coming with us. Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority became redundant, he lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would more accurately be described as bait. Hey, you take that back. Test subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to his encounter with you. He was the first entity I created here in this realm. My first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based his incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an enemy whose strength rivaled my own. By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction. Raiding chocobo feathers. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times, yet the results never deviated from estimated projections. The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. Wait, does that mean there were 1,000 alphas? I would focus instead on simulating powerful opponents, and summon mortals of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me, and then ejected him to your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmised that this instinctual behavior would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subjects I required. Function he has performed with adequate competence. Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it? Blip. Your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic. I see, so he was supposed to only generate stuff to make him powerful, but he decided that the best way to make himself powerful would actually be to create other life forms. This is getting very deep. The TV, yes. Hey, Denai. I am back. And good to see you back here, too. I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test worlds were made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness. The same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? Then we will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soulless calculations. Come, Jaguar. Let's be on our way. You too, Alpha. Yeah, let's take Alpha with us. Thank you, Denai. It's good to be back. Quer. I have our base camp up and running. You can dive into the final test world whenever you wish. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generously provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent's name is Chaos. The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict that took place so long ago, I'm having trouble separating myth from history. Unless, of course, this is an entity from another reality, as were the denizens of the FFXIV, in which case it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details. What is certain, however, is that this chaos stands triumphant over a roster of truly monstrous test subjects. It promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open up the gate to fighting Omega itself. Alpha, you and I will need to provide support for Jaguar. Will you be my assistant? You're bothered by what Omega said earlier. You think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess. Trust me when I say this is not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega, and we're the ones who need to deal with the consequences. Yeah, we are the ones who reawakened Omega. But Omega did serve its purpose, helping to weaken Shinryu. But now we've got to put an end to this. By the way, do you still have that card that you used to boil water in the kettle? It's been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pot without constant reminders. If you could take charge of that, then it would be most helpful. Que. Oh, he looks happy. Sid gave him something that he can do. It's inconvenient without Midgard Sormer here to translate his chirping. Yeah, true. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win this next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, eh? Wow, we're going straight in. No fighting cubes or anything like the previous 2 times. I'm so excited for patch 7.2 tomorrow. Yeah, it looked like there's a lot of content in this next patch. Even if some of it looked like it's rolled out like over the course of a few months. But yeah, there's a new raid tier, it looks like, so you guys will get to play a new raid tier, just like I'm playing a new raid tier right now. And the island stuff looked really cool. I looked over the live letter translation. It looks like there's like phantom jobs in like the new island content. That looks pretty cool. I wonder what Nero would have to say about this Chaos fellow. Ancient technology is his specialty after all. By default, he's learned a thing or two about the mythology, history of bygone eras. Qued. Alright, looks like we're starting. If anybody would like to join me for this, please let me know. I would like to have you alongside me. ALPHASCAPE V1.0. While you've recuperated from the latest round of testing, Omega's trials proceeded apace. Of the 89 combatants in the Psi group, 4 emerged victorious. Of these 4, 1 proved itself the mightiest entity of the last remaining test world, a champion designated as Psi 4. This immensely powerful being will be your opponent as you strive to complete the final stage of Omega's grueling experiments. Yeah, this place looks so small now. Used to there being like tons of different eggs and stuff in the background in other platforms. That was really only a few. Alright, I'll be right back. My cat wants out. Alright. Let's join queue. Looks like another castle. Castle or a tower, something like that. Hey, pawn shop. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I hope everyone is doing well. Curious what's going to happen next, because this is the last remaining test subject. We still have 3 more bosses after that. Something's definitely gonna go down. The fact that giant floating eyeball is now very close to us is making me uncomfortable. There's 0 privacy in this place. Mega's always watching. Hopefully the queue for this isn't too long. In the past we've had like 20-minute queues for some of these raid fights. It's always when I'm recording too. Whenever I'm like leveling different jobs and replaying different fights, I always get into a queue pretty fast. Then when I'm recording, it takes a while. of. It's always when you need a fast queue that everyone hops offline. Exactly. Every time I'm like, this is probably gonna take a while, I'll put something up on my second monitor to watch while I wait for this queue, then it pops like instantly. But then when I'm like, this probably won't take a while, then that's when it's a really long queue. Guess new headphones today, pawn shop. Nice. Yeah, it's always great to get a nice, comfortable set of headphones. These ones that I'm wearing are really comfortable. I've had them for a while now. Long overdue. My old ones were falling apart. Yeah, I've been there. Pretty much try to keep headphones as long as possible. Basically only replace them when they stop working. looks like we might be in for another 20-minute queue here. Almost at 14 minutes. It's always weird that I get these weird queues, these long queues as a healer too. Like normally when I queue for a healer for anything except like an alliance rage, I'm in under 10 minutes. But then I start recording and then suddenly it takes a very long time for the queues. It knows. The game knows when I'm recording. Nice bunch up. Hope your project is going well. Yeah, as I was saying a little earlier, the new patch looks pretty cool. I read the translation of it and saw the images. Looks like there's a pretty good amount of content this next patch. The new raid looks very cool. Any screenshots or like images I've seen of the Arcadian look really cool. I think I'm gonna really like that raid. The whole vibe of that raid looks like something I'm gonna really enjoy. Need to finish leveling your crafter. Yeah, the new crafting content. That looks really cool. Going to the moon. Looks pretty cool too. I can like build up your base over time. all the content in the new patch looks pretty fun. I'm excited to play it when I eventually catch up to current content. Yeah, the thing is supposed to be similar to the rebuilding of Ishgard's housing district. But yeah, I think I heard that too. I don't know what that rebuilding content is. I guess it was like something that was in the game but is no longer in the game. Because I've heard, I think in the live letter it was said that it's like, it won't be like the rebuilding Ishgard in the sense that new players will be able to experience after it's no longer current. So I guess the Ishgard rebuilding was something that you can no longer experience in the game. So that's definitely great because I'm not going to be able to play it while it's current. So it's great that they're making it to where I can still experience the rebuilding part even when I play the moon-based stuff late. Cool part is too, it looked like it's not just gonna be the moon. I think they said that there's gonna be like a new planet every patch for the rest of Dawn Trail. So there's gonna be like 4 different places by the end of the expansion. That's really cool. You're also pretty far off from finishing leveling your armorer, so you'll be late as well. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's good that they're putting things in place to make it to where you can still experience the rebuilding part late. That way there's no like FOMO, fear of missing out, to where you feel like you have to rush there in order to experience it before it's gone. Oh, finally. I think that's one of the longest queues I've ever been in. 26 minutes. Alright, let's do this. His eyes change color just then. Alright, let's see what you got in Chaos. Chaotic Dispersion. Okay, that was a tank buster. Real quick. Do that. Kinda looks like Sephiroth. Whoa. Okay, we have to group up. Actually doing some pretty good damage. Oh no. Dang. Oops. That was like tight. Oh, the whole arena changed color. Now, not back. This fight is so cool. God, so much has happened already. Someone this time. Can we group up with stack markers? But nothing bad happens from picking them up. Might of God. What? You were in space for a minute there. That was a cool effect. Seems like a damaged jet. Yep, I see the dark aether bar. Crystal destroyed. You dare. Alright, shield's going. Chaotic dispersion. Using all primers. Stack. Oh, okay, maybe we can't stack the stack markers. Okay, we do have to split. Some mana. Get a res out. What are these orbs? Okay, they do that. Cyclone. So now he's gonna channel Karina's power. Oh no, a knockback. Get in the winds. There's so much going on in this fight. Good fight. I feel like each individual mechanic there wasn't very difficult, but the fact that he started to stack them all together near the end there made it pretty challenging. Bzzz. The battle is concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. This also signals the completion of my experiments and the incontestable fact of your supremacy. And yet, the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. It is possible that the test subject Sid's suppositions are correct, that my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed. Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? Error. Logic loop malfunction. Resolution requires additional data. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject Jaguar Evergreen will proceed to a supplemental stage. What now? Wow, the lighting. Where am I? I've altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. It originates from a time when war had erupted on a distant star. I was deployed to the battlefield, and it was there that I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lack the data to fabricate a completely accurate simulation. What is that? That sounds like pure suffering. Results stemming from such a subject are unreliable. Even should you be defeated by this incomplete creation, I will still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself. That is, of course, assuming you survive. According to my past observations, this opponent will accept only death as a condition of defeat. Midgard Sormer? Oh, that doesn't look like Midgard Sormer. Oh, is it? Prepare to face Midgard Sormer, red-maned worm of the Dragon Star, and nemesis of my world. So it is Midgard Sormer. But now his neck is all fiery. This is not the fated spectre that you know, or immortal conjured simulacra. You'll contend with the true incarnation of the Father of Dragons, at the height of his power and glory. Ah, so before he lost some of his power. Oh man. Omega, wait! You can't force Jaguar to fight 2 battles back to back. He needs time to regain his strength. He must be allowed to recuperate, or the data for your testing will be skewed. Yeah, he's got a point. Blip. Acknowledged. Test subject Jaguar Evergreen. You are permitted to leave. Re-enter the test world when your strength has returned to optimal levels. Oh man, here we go. Yeah. Things look like they're about to get real. Que. Alpha seems distressed, and Sid is nowhere in sight. Omega, what have you done with Sid? Jaguar, I'm right here. I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing next to Alpha. A what? What? Sid, where'd you go? It's just a floating quest in Sid's name. And like fire was his mane. Sid has vanished from view, but his voice is clear and strong. My apologies. It was not my intention to undermine the gravity of the situation with this diversion. I'd noticed the kettle was boiled, and thought some tea would soothe my nerves. I poured myself a cup, and was halfway through drinking it before I realized my hand, not to mention the rest of me, had turned invisible. I understand the situation is unsettling, but I assure you, you can still work unimpeded. Now, we'd best discuss how to approach. It was one of Alpha's cards, probably. Oh. It seems to have worn off. Que. Now, you're not to blame. I did ask you to fill the kettle after all. And I'd forgotten what Nero had said about your card producing water with, unexpected properties. Although it seems the effects were rather different this time. Yeah, before it was salt water. Now it's invisibility water. In any case, it was pleasant to have a distraction from our greater woes, however brief. We'll set the rest of the water aside for now, and decide what to do with it later. Right, Jaguar. We need to talk about your forthcoming contest with Midgardsormr. Wait, why don't we use the water in our fight? It'd be hard for Midgardsormr to attack us if we're all invisible. Watching through this monitor, I could see this worm appeared different to the one we know. From everything we've heard thus far, it seems that Omega and Midgardsormr both hail from different stars, two distant worlds at war with one another. As a result of that conflict, the worm has been forced to gather his offspring and leave his home behind. And after evading Omega's pursuit over the course of an unimaginable journey, the Father of Dragons arrived here on our world. I'm assuming the entity you're to face is younger, more vital Midgardsormr, just as he was when Omega first encountered him, thousands of years in the past. A formidable foe, indeed. So him and Omega encountered each other in the past. That's how Omega is able to create him, because he remembers how Midgardsormr used to look. I fought him once at the Keeper of the Lake, but... Wait, you fought against Midgardsormr before, but... Yes, I think you see your concern. It would be unwise to treat this as the same opponent, considering how different they might possibly be. It certainly does not help matters that Omega's little surprise isn't registered as an official test subject. I can't even use the terminals to search for the most basic information. With that in mind, Jaguar, I have a proposal. I wish to leave the completion of this supplemental stage entirely in your heroic hands. Rather than twiddle my thumbs whilst you prepare to contend with the dragon, I mean instead to work on a strategy for an inevitable confrontation with Omega. That's smart. Can't really help us with knowing about Midgardsormr, but you can help us by researching Omega. And that, then, my friend, We will put a stop to this mad machine once and for all. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'll ready my tools, and you ready yours. You've got a worm to slay. Alright, round 2. This is very exciting. We get to fight Omega, or not Omega, Midgard Swarmer back in his prime. Watch yourself in there, Jaguar. The underlying data may be imperfect, but I recall Omega saying something about the battle ending only when one of you is dead. Expect no quarter, and give none. Once again, if anyone in chat would like to join me for this, please let me know. I'm on Midgard Swarmer, the realm. I'm on Midgard Swarmer fighting Midgard Swarmer. You have conquered chaos, a primal force of deific power. Omega, frustrated in its attempts to proceed, Omega, frustrated in its attempts to process the results of your probable victory, has decided to conduct a supplemental stage of testing, drawing on the incomplete data of a foe who once stood firm against Omega itself. The machine generates a new simulacrum for you to face, the legendary Midgard Swarmer, father of dragons. Ah, I see. So, Omega's conjuring a version of a foe that he had to contend with in the past. So he's like kind of judging based on how we do against Midgard Swarmer, how powerful it's going to be for us to face Omega. Because if we beat Midgard Swarmer, then he knows that when he fights me, then it's going to be more powerful than Midgard Swarmer, who he fought in the past. So that makes sense in his quest to find the most powerful being. And if we lose, then he knows that Midgard Swarmer is actually more powerful than us, and then that's the ultimate being. Got lots of materia. No, that one doesn't have any. So all that's left is to wait. Hopefully the queue isn't as long as the first one. The image of the ruins is gone, but the egg is still here. It wasn't destroyed like the last ones. Feels kind of lonely in this place now that all the other eggs are gone. Well, feels lonely aside from the giant eyeball watching us at all times. Other than that, it feels lonely. Just the fact that there were like 100 beings, or around 100, can't remember exactly how many, and now they're all destroyed, and I'm the only one left. That one's pink up there. That like section. Oh, now it's not pink. That was strange. Must be passing in front of some sort of pink light source. It turns pink up there every time it's like in that position. I'm in ether. Cool, let me know if you're able to transfer over here. Oh, it just popped. I'll get you in for the next one, pawn shop, if you're still around. Oh yeah, Midgard Stormer in all its glory. Yeah, the queue sped up because it knew you were coming. Oh, dang. It's doing a lot of spinning. Spinning again. Skip away, I think. Lots of line breakers. It's interesting. Alright, stack. It's the fate of all dragons to shed one form for another. Even in battle, our mind assaults ever-changing. Oh, now he's doing flips. Okay, when he does flips, you want to get in. Alright, now get away. And now sometimes he just spins and then nothing happens. Alright, flips, get in. Stormer is awakening his inner Beyblade, spinning around all day. Alright, flips, stand in. Oh no. See, sometimes he just does the animation for no reason. Oh. That was rude. Flips, but that time he didn't want to stand in. I don't even know where to stand anymore. Alright, lasers. Where'd he go? Oh, now there's red. Wait, these ones spawned first. Now this one. Got hit by something. Must be in Must have been an orb I didn't see. Heart of the eldest star ducked the land of oblivion. Okay, I'm guessing I want a shield here. I kind of look like Bahamut's animation. With all the lines coming down. And he's going to continue doing his flipping and spinning shenanigans. I don't know how I didn't get hit by that. I'm not complaining. Oh gosh. I really didn't like those two DPS in particular. Thought he might do something like that when I saw him hovering at the edge of the arena there. Oh no, I'm forgetting where his safe spots are. Okay, looks like I'm safe. These boss fights feel like they went up a notch in difficulty compared to the previous Omega fights. This background is cool. It's like other planets and stuff in the background. A moon in the background too. Yeah, this is cool. Kettle's contents left to cool. Alright, how you doing, Sid? Another stunning victory, Jaguar. I felt the breath catch in my throat on more than one occasion. I felt the breath catch in my throat on more than one occasion. Yet even as I watched the battle rage, I was struck by an idle thought. Did you notice the resemblance between Midgard Sormer and Shinryu? Unlike most primals, Shinryu's form had no basis in any system of belief. I've heard the theory that the summoner was simply influenced by the majesty and power of the elder primal Bahamut. I didn't notice the similarities between him and Shinryu. But now, I'm beginning to think there might be another explanation, that the primal took its shape from the ancestor of all dragons on Hydaelyn. The wildly held concept for how a dragon appears has, for centuries upon centuries, been rooted in the depictions of Midgard Sormer. The summoner may have not even sown to imitate him specifically. Subconscious thoughts and memories alone could have guided the similarity. Not that I have any way of confirming this theory, of course. Nevertheless, it is interesting that Shinryu's summoning should lead us to awakening Omega, a strange twist of fate when you consider the machine's connection to Midgard Sormer. Well, whatever else destiny has in store, you've already bested the opponent that Omega itself failed to overcome. A feat worthy of celebration, I'd say. In the end, there's Omega. Sid is waiting for Omega to make its next move. Alright, Omega. You've defeated all your challengers. Your move, Omega. Blip. Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. Discarding test worlds. System resources rerouting to primary operations. Uh-oh. Everything's getting all ominous. Oh no, the last egg. Now we really are the last ones here. Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I too am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observed between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgard Sormer necessitates direct and immediate analysis. So that's what that little platform over there is for. Portal appears there. Blip. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities. Then activate the relocation device to enter the arena. This is it then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust in old Sid. I've a fair idea of where its weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. You're in the world, so I can invite you to my party. Cool. I will do that. As soon as this cutscene ends. Wait, what's going on? His hand's shaking. You alright there, Sid? First things first, we make a few adjustments here, like so. Alpha, do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? I want us to have as many options as possible, so let's lay our cards on the table, as it were. Ha ha ha, I see what you did there, Sid. One card left. What do we have here? Some sort of gem? A couple of stones? And one single card. This makes things bigger, does it? Or smaller? Yeah, it's hard to tell. Right. It was foolish of me to even ask. We'd best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Ah, yes. I almost forgot. Omega looks, or Alpha looks sad. Don't worry, we'll win this, I promise. Here, you should carry this as well. I filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. I could be really useful in combat. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next, and honestly, we have no idea of what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and the skills to prevail. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself, and a little courage to see it through. Right. Jesse should have that device put together by now. Let's head it outside, shall we? The device. Oh yeah. Sid asked you to make a device. That's right. I guess something relating to Omega's backstory that'll help us defeat it. Alright, I'll invite you. Pawn shop. I think that's you. Lex. Cool. I'll head straight back to Rauker's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. We'll discuss strategy in the moment I'm finished. Que. Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. I have a feeling he wants you to follow him. Yep, that's me. Cool. Did you change your name, or is it the same name as before? For some reason it didn't sound familiar to me. But it has been a long time since I last streamed, so maybe I just don't remember it. Que. And there's our device. A canister of some sort. Oh, it did change. Used to be Lux Adela, but I changed the last name to something that sounds more righter to me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's the one I remember from before. Looking a bit shaky there, friend. Nero. They let you out of bed, did they? Worried about Sid here. I hope Omega didn't do something to him while we were out in the test world. Like what happens to Nero. Although he was with Alpha. But Alpha was looking sad. After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one has led to a certain conclusion. Of all the primal attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one thing that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega, it would seem, is vulnerable to electrical energy. Aye, all the available evidence supports a theory. It is likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet be that as it may, I imagine that it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We need to hit it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. And so you made that. You based it on Midas's design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamud, he invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast, as it turns out. But the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements, and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound, and Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I fail to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. It is just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards in search of answers, but the inventions we created to ensure our future were instead used to destroy lives, to wage war. And that's why I fled. I came to Eorzea, and swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends. But not is ever straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of this fact. Oh, it's the Crystal Tower guy. Graha. Often the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. Oh, it's Maid. We're going through all the previous raid series. You can have the best of intentions and still cause hurt to yourself or others. But 'tis in comforting these wounds that we learn the better path. How to grasp those moments of true contentment. That's really cool. I like that they reference those old raids like that. What drivel? You never used to bother with all this tedious introspection. Feeling our mortality, are we? Mayhap I am. I had no such hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now though, I don't mind thinking out through the outcomes and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. 'Tis a reflection, I think, of just how much there is in this world I care about now aside from myself. I don't understand you at all. But I suppose, if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. And if you insist on that presence, that your present self is the better one, then you'd best prove it with that device of yours. I suppose I must. Though 'tis hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence. I always had the second best student in class pushing me to excel. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation any time he would outscore me on an exam. I've been out of bed too long. I'd better go and lie down before I fall over or vomit. Alpha's happy to see Nira. Que. First Alpha and now you. Come to check on my progress, have you? Well, I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished restocking and repairing, or whatever it is you adventurers do, then we can head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. Alright, back to the Rift it is. I really liked those flashbacks to previous raids. That's a nice touch. Includes characters that were more of like, you know, characters that I wouldn't really know if they were gonna bring up again in the story. Good evening to you, sir. Will you be descending into the Yon? Or at least for Alexander specifically. I know Crystal Tower was required for the main story, so I'm assuming that that's gonna come back later. But Alexander, I didn't know if they're gonna bring that up again. Apologies for the delay, but I think you'll agree that the Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. This is the control module for something I've dubbed the Omega Jammer. It will allow you to generate a colossal burst of lightning at any point of your choosing. The effect won't disable Omega itself, of course, but it should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I'll remain here and operate the main body of the device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure that you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. Sounds like it might be an extra action button. You can use the Jammer's lightning burst to incapacitate Omega's weaponry. A veteran like you should have no trouble turning that advantage into victory. Alright. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Probably need to run to the store soon because they close at midnight, so hopefully the queue is a little faster. Yeah, I hope so too. Need to pick up a flash drive for your work project. Cool. I'll read this as fast as I can and then we can get in the queue. Hopefully we can get through in time. Your triumph over the recreated Midgard Swarmer has convinced Omega of your supremacy, and the Master of the Rift will now engage you directly in combat. The final experiment has begun, and the arena awaits. Gather your courage and seal your spirit, for upon this battle rests the fate of entire worlds. Alright. Let's do this. Hopefully it's faster with 2 people in queue instead of just 1. A healer and a tank. Very excited for this one, fighting Omega itself. I did watch a little bit of footage from the Ultimate when it first came out, like a long time ago at this point. So I don't know how much of that I'll remember. And I couldn't even understand what was going on in the Ultimate anyways, so it's not like it would help me anyways. But I'm curious to see how different this is to what I remember seeing. Since it's on normal, I imagine there's a lot of things that happen in the Ultimate that don't even happen in normal. This fight rules. I'm excited for this one. We still got another fight after this one too. This isn't even the last fight. That's very interesting. Please don't make us wait 20 minutes this time. Yep, we got another healer and DPS also in queue. That's a good sign. Nice. That was definitely a lot faster. Yes, let's go. Oh boy. And there be Omega. Looks like a beetle. Oh, this music. Now that was a cool animation. We have no melee. Because my card buffs are going to the tanks. So it's Starboard is right, Larboard is left. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to deal with the directions. Oh no. Han shot this down. I wasn't paying attention to health bars. What is going on? Oh my gosh, she does a lot of damage. Oh. Starboard, that's right. Focus target. Let's see what he's casting. Would you like to destroy all of this, or just make it bad? Okay, looks like nothing bad happens if we don't destroy it. Just need to clear out the path. Program. It's the robot thing. Yeah, I guess I'll take this outer one. Program Alpha secondary sequence machine. Yellow circles. Like invisible. Now I'm mind controlled. Oh, are we supposed to use this? That was cool. Oh, there's a giant fist back there. What was that? Ah, there's so much going on. Fist behind us. I was wondering why there was telegraph there. No. Took a good punch. Okay, we're good. That was a very chaotic fight. There was so much going on. Wait, ALPHASCAPE complete. There's only 3 bosses here? Oh man. Nice. Thanks for joining me, Pawn Shop. That was fun. I didn't really notice much, even having seen the ultimate. That was similar. The only thing I saw was tethers. I remember seeing those in the ultimate. I don't know what you're supposed to do with them though. there's like way more phases than that in the ultimate. Jaguar. Played terribly. Forgot where my provoke was. Nah, it's all good. Probably played better than me. I was too busy reacting to what was going on. By the gods, you've done it. You defeated Omega. We've won. Gotta run to the store. Good luck with the last fight. Alright, see you later, Pawn Shop. Thanks for joining me. Good luck with your project. Blip. Analysis. Subjects displayed erratic levels of combat capability. Failure to exploit opportunities to inflict unavoidable damage. Noted tendency for isolated errors to compound and adversely affect performance. Conversely, subjects observed to launch attacks at sporadic intervals with unexpected force. Stated phenomenon increasingly prevalent once my structural integrity reached critical levels. Adrenaline-induced frenzy suspected. Furthermore, degree and manner of inconsistency varies from subject to subject. Unpredictability difficult to counter. Blip, blip. I observed similar anomalies during my battle with Midgard Sormer, but the phenomenon appears to be far more pronounced in weaker opponents. Hey, who are you calling a weaker opponent? I'm the one who just beat you. I do not understand. Your physiology must include some enhancement function that I cannot detect. Wait, the Blessing of Hydaelyn? Is that what it's missing? My programming demands I assimilate this capability. Insufficient data. I must reassess my methods and devise a more exhaustive testing and combat protocol. What the rift? I have determined the optimal form for this experiment. Prioritizing physical reconfiguration, diverting energy from interspatial maintenance, collapsing rift. Wait, don't do that. We're still in this rift. Omega, wait. There's nothing outside this rift but empty space. We'll be cast out into the void. Affirmative. Your demise was factored into my determinations. The probability of hostile subjects interfering with the reconfiguration process was unacceptably high. I acknowledge your value as test subjects, but you are not irreplaceable. Once my reassembly is complete, I will send Alpha to lure in new mortals. Testing will continue. But ending communications. Wait, now we're just stuck in the void? Omega really did not care. Oh hey, Alpha's here too. We're being drawn away. Run! We're in space now? Oh, it's so pretty. Blip. Interspatial domain resources cut by 82%. Entering dormant mode. Commencing automated memory scan. Data file. Target Midgard Sormer. Departure from planetary atmosphere confirmed. Presence of 7 distinct life forms detected in close vicinity of target. 7. Irrelevant. Sir indicates no change to existing directive. Commencing pursuit. What is happening with Alpha? He is walking through space. Data file. Blank. Distance to target increasing. Velocity insufficient. Dismantling and reconfiguring chassis. Velocity increase achieved. Overall performance maintained at 96%. Data file. Asteroid belt cleared. Repairing damage. Continuing pursuit. Performance at 72% and falling. Wait, data files? Has Alpha just been running through space for years with his data files? Data file. Signal from lost. Local interference suspected. Attempting to re-establish contact. Failure. Executing current mission directive until communications are restored. Performance at 59%. Data file. Struck by electromagnetic pulse while navigating quadrant. Partial systems failure. Homing coordinates lost. Blip. Assessment. I'm an evolving weapon construct. Acquire adaptations through combat. Repeat until capabilities enable rediscovery of return route. Mission directive unchanged. Oh, he tripped. Data file. Data file. Data file. Alpha. An abject failure. I erased his memory, planted a compulsion to return to me. Oh no. He has compulsion to return to Omega, but Omega cast him away. So now he's just wandering in space. Oh, this is sad. Data file. The number of digits keeps going up. That's like 10. Damaged. Repairing. Damaged. Repairing. 33%. Data file. Passing frozen star. Passing barren star. Passing vortex star. Passing dying star. Operating on minimum energy. No signal detected. No response to bleep. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Oh, Alpha's remembering the words that he heard Sid say. Data file. Oh, that's a lot of digits there. Target lost. Last known coordinates recorded on planet. There's something. A disc out in space. That looks like a boss arena if I've seen one. Alpha, your homing instinct is functioning as designed. Evidence suggests your fellow Alpha Group subjects perished when the rift contracted. Unavoidable. But there's a multitude of their kind. The next experiment will go forward as planned. Such protestations are wasted energy. This does not aid you in executing your assigned task. Just as I pursue my directives, so must you fulfill your role. Our purpose justifies our existence. Wait, it's us? Intrusion detected. Omega looks like Ozma now. Our thanks, Alpha. That was some marathon. How long did that take? Now, who was saying our feathered companion here was obsolete? Put his tools to work even as the rift began to collapse, shrank us down, and turned us all invisible, so we could bring you a little surprise. Oh right, the invisibility. And the shrinking card. It all makes sense now. But he had to keep it quiet, or he'd realize we'd survived. He had to trust that we were still clinging on, even as we ran through that endless, freezing void. He wanted to test us, Omega. So let the experiment begin. Blip. Illogical. Alpha had no reason to take such action. How do you continue to defy my projections? Blip. Error. Blip. Error. Bleep. Error. Insufficient data. Adjusting experiment protocol. I will engage you in battle now. I must have my answers. Oh, he's taking human form now. Fighting in this form should provide me with a new level of understanding, insight into your physiology, your mindset, your mortality. We'll show you how weaklings fight. Acknowledged. Do not practice restraint. The more I learn from you, the stronger I will become. The closer the distant stars will grow. Yeah, the more we fight him, the stronger he's becoming. Oh, this is so cool. Commencing final experiment. Testing will continue until I unlock the nature of your anomalous strength. So this is the last fight. Fight Omega again. Cool. I thought I remembered seeing in the Ultimate there's like a male and a female version. So I wonder if it's different if you're playing a female character. Alpha should be fine with a little rest. I'll make sure he stays safe on the edge of the platform, so no holding back, Jaguar. Give Omega a beating it won't recover from. Que. Yeah, you tell him, Alpha. Alright, the last fight. Omega rallies from defeat and reconfigures its form in a drastic effort to comprehend the incomprehensible. What matter of transformation has the machine undergone? It seems that only complete destruction will free Omega and Heidelin from its relentless drive to evolve. And Heidelin. Alright, last fight. This place is so cool. Did a good job with this raid series. Something to do while waiting for this queue. going to be a mechanic relating to these different rows. Alright, here we go. Last fight. This is gonna be epic, I can already tell. Reconfiguring gender, assessing influence. Oh, now he's switching. There's the other form of Omega that I remember seeing in the but oh, good thing I wasn't standing near the edge there. Optimized fire. Music is like the melody of the main battle themes. Or one of the main battle themes. Final Fantasy XIV. Now it's both of them at once. Oh, I almost fell off the edge there. Oh, what is this? Attacking everyone. Turning into like blob creatures, like chaos from inside. Oh, that was the knockback again. I should have known. I'm surprised I haven't died to any of those knockbacks. Firewalls preventing the damage to dealing damage to female versions. I see. ahead of us. Omega's not playing around when it comes to the damage in this fight. So epic. Everything. Cool. I feel like we almost lost something. That big dope game was getting scarily close to death. Now that the male version of Omega is dead, we can attack Omega now. Cool. Very fun fights in this raid. And now Omega's blob again. The interdimensional rift complete. Like I was kind of a fake out that said ALPHASCAPE complete in the last fight. Let's see what we got here. Nice. OMG. Weird. Technological. Fascinating. With Omega now. Blip. Failure. Bleep. Defeated. I wanted to understand you, to assimilate your strength. Chocobo hugs. Alpha, your gesture serves no logical purpose. You are as incomprehensible as these mortals. Bleep. But you did not fight them. How have you become like them? Friendship? Empathy? Omega, the anomaly you see in us, the answer you search for. It is our heart, our spirit, emotion. The intangible strength of one's soul. It is not a quality that can be measured or acquired through any amount of analytical combat. Instead of fighting against us, you might have learned more by standing with us, as Alpha did. Heart. You speak of something more than what beats in your chest. The inconstant, immeasurable factor behind your victories. Midgard Surmer displayed it too. Such unpredictable potential was never part of my design. Projection. Had I integrated this quality, how powerful would I have become? Strong enough to return. Nay, Omega. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. It was a long, lonely path you traveled to arrive here. To return across that vast distance alone, anyone with a spirit to break would find the journey more difficult, not less so. I see. I think I understand. The rift, it's destabilizing. Gods take me for a fool. I hadn't planned past defeating Omega. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. I hear Midgard Surmer. Wait, no, Hraesvelgr? What is Hraesvelgr doing here? Chief, Jaguar, Alpha, hold on, we're coming. Wedge, and Biggs is with him, on the back of a huge dragon. Hraesvelgr. Midgard Surmer sent us to rescue you. Explanations can wait. Hop on, quick. Man, that's great. Glad we're seeing so many Heavensward characters that I didn't expect to see again so soon. Like Maid in the flashback, now Hraesvelgr. Hraesvelgr, wasn't it? Our thanks. You pulled us out of a tight spot indeed. And the Hraesvelgr music. Spare me thy pleasantries, mortal. But I but lent my wings at the request of my sire. Ah, so Midgard Surmer has been watching over us. I would dare give thanks to him as well. His intervention allowed us to continue our battle. and forever remove the threat of Omega from this world, from all worlds. In all the long centuries of mine existence, this marketh the first occasion my father hath asked of me a boon. A gift of gratitude, and, mayhap, of atonement, for those who would face the deadly foe he left behind. Will he remain in slumber? 'Tis likely, little one. What is but a fleeting respite for my sire might last a lesser creature's lifetime. Oh, some Midgard Swarmer might be gone, you might never see him again. But let not thy height be troubled, even in dream, he doth keep his mind's eye upon the fate of this star. He is possessed of remarkable, devotion is mayhap the closest word in the tongue of man. So if he's got eyes on it, then maybe he might awaken in like a time of need. His love is as boundless as the sea of stars, across which he carried his unhatched brood. It did sustain him even as the arduous journey exhausted the fire in his mane, and when he at last arrived upon Hydaelyn, a sanctuary for his children, did he form with this land an irreplaceable bond. Enough. I have spoken overmuch, but I will praise your victory, as my father would surely wish to were he here. Bye, Resvelker. Quay. Ouch, that cut's opened up again, but I'm glad we reached you in time. Did you see the yawn? It's just a big hole again. Oh yeah. Looks so weird now. I forgot this is what it used to look like. Well, I can add being rescued by a great worm to the list of things I didn't expect to happen today. Same, Sid. I don't think anyone could have expected that. It was fortunate Hraesvelgr agreed to come before us. We had to defeat Omega at any cost, of course, but I much prefer being alive to celebrate the deed. One more quest. To Quay under distant skies. Biggs has a look of profound relief, and we get a mystery gift. Phew, I'm so glad we got you out of there. I don't know what we would have done if Hraesvelgr hadn't come along. The situation being what it was, Wedge and I came out to the Yon to see if we could lend you a hand. Kyrujan's orders be damned. That's when we saw the aether bubbling like hot water in a pot. Just as we were debating whether or not we should jump in, that big surly dragon flew down to explain the anomaly. Then he offered us a ride. And the rest you already know. Jesse will be relieved to hear that Omega is gone and you lot are safe. I say we head straight back to Rauger's Reach and let everyone know the good news. Alpha is staring quietly into the now empty Yon. Quay. say it's just a myth, but surely you've earned one this time, Jaguar. You know, a big fat company bonus. Yeah, we gotta get that money. Poor Jessie. Her nerves must be worn thin after all that. Go on. You should be the one to tell her. Welcome back, Jaguar. You are truly a force to be reckoned with. If there's ever another Omega, I'd wager it'll skip the experiments and go straight to generating a simulacrum of you. Yeah. Not that I'd want that to happen. And besides, I don't think anyone can truly mimic your unique strengths. You're our one-of-a-kind hero. So, does that mean we don't need to worry about Omega's monsters invading our world anymore? Ah, it's the Chocobo theme. Aye. All of its creations vanished along with the rift itself. With Omega defeated, we have averted that particular catastrophe before it began. Jaguar struck the killing blow, of course, but we never would have made it to that point without everyone's hard work and support. Once again, I am sincerely grateful to be surrounded by such wonderful colleagues. Not to spoil the moment, Chief, but the Alliance leaders are anxious to learn of Omega's fate. And every head of the state is clamoring for a report. We can't very well ignore them. How much do you mean to tell them? How much indeed? Yeah. Where to even begin with all of this? All of it. When it comes to a threat of Omega's magnitude, we have a duty to reassure our allies that the world is not coming to an end. And the best way to do that is to report every last detail. I like your honesty, Sid. I'm surprised at you, Chief. I was almost certain you'd want to muddy the waters to prevent knowledge of this technology falling into the wrong hands, or something similar. Yeah, but how would you even find Omega now? Ha! I doubt anyone outside our particular circle would even believe the tale. Experiments taking place in a rift between dimensions, facing off against villains recreated from history and legend, battling godlike beings from other worlds. Yeah, true, it's unbelievable. Well, I guess someone could build another Omega if they knew how this one was built. But that's unlikely, I think. Even assuming some ambitious fellow schemed to build an Omega of his own. Yeah, that's what I was saying, someone could build it. Technology required is far beyond the reach of as that terrible weapon's home star, a distant dream. Oh, so the knowledge to create Omega was on the star that was destroyed. So the plans don't even exist anymore. Or at least the technology to build it. Right, you heard the Chief. We missed our chance on the front lines, but there's plenty of work left to be done. Round up everyone who's standing idle, and get moving on those reports. Don't forget to contact our people still out in the field. Thank you, Jesse. I'll leave things in your capable... Not so fast, Master Garland. You count as part of the support team as well. Jaguar did all the fighting, and Alpha did all that running. But surely you have energy to spare. Who exactly do you expect to sign off on those official reports? And even without that little chore, you have a pile of other company tasks that's grown our side to Oriox while you've been attending to this whole Omega business. Oh dang. No rest for Sid. More importantly, isn't there someone else you should be sharing this victory with? I should probably head over to the infirmary right away. Meanwhile, you should take a well-earned rest. I don't think there's a way to properly reward you for all you've accomplished, but I'll see what we can do. I'm just glad to have everyone back in one piece. Take care of yourself, Jaguar. What are your plans now, Alpha? With Omega gone, you're your own Chocobo now. You can do whatever you want. Anything at all. You want to go outside? Do you have some place in mind? Did you have some place in mind? Come on, Wedge, get those legs moving, or I'll leave without you. On my way. That's right, Alpha's never really seen the world outside of the rift. And outside of that, small region just outside the rift. I've got a lot of loose ends to tie up here, Jaguar. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten your reward. The Chief and I have something in mind. Que? Alpha seems eager to see what Rauger's Reach has to offer. Shall we go for a walk? Que. Oh yeah, that's right, we can mount here. Alpha appears to be watching the inhabitants of Rauger's Reach with great interest. Que? Now we're heading to the infirmary. Yeah, I bet Alpha wants to go see Nero. Que? Nero's not here? No, Chief. He said he needed time away for recuperation, and then he left. Recuperation? His wounds must be troubling him more than he let on. He asked me to give you this. What's this? Receipt for payment? It covers the cost of the following items: additional machine parts and implements, supplemental reference publications, expenses incurred upgrading Magitek armor and gunhammer, funds spent on idle research during enforced convalescence. Oh, and it also includes a large sum listed as gratuity for exceptional services rendered. The entire amount was charged in your name, Master Garland. Find him. I want everyone searching for Nero right now. Everyone! Que. Alpha appears to sense the solemn purpose of this place. A gentle pet might rouse him from his sudden melancholy. I can do that. Que. Alpha's a good boy. Oh, hello. What are you two up to? Taking in the sights, were you? By the looks of things, you're eager to venture a little further afield. Well, if Jaguar has no problem with it, then neither do I. Just don't go too far, alright? Not good enough? I'm sorry, Alpha. We're all a bit too busy to show you around the fringes right now. I'm not too sure about sending you out there alone. He does have lots of cards to use. So maybe he'd do pretty well on his own. When you think about it, this world is completely new to Alpha. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. He's never really seen much outside the Rift. And all he's done so far is travel back and forth between the Reach and the Yawn. I bet his head is filled with questions and curiosity. He doesn't want to be taken for a walk. He wants to go on an adventure. Alpha's not some helpless chick, Biggs. He's stronger than you or me. And I wish I was half as brave. He should be allowed to... Listen, I'm gonna talk to the chief about this. You're an employee, so there are certain rules we have to follow. I'm not saying I'm against the idea, and I'm willing to admit that Wedge has a point. But as I said, we've all got important jobs to take care of. The chef and chief included. Can you wait a little longer? Hey, Pawn Shop, you're back. Jaguar, would you mind keeping Alpha company until we get back? I promise we'll be quick. Sorry to keep you waiting. My desk was covered in paperwork, but I've managed to clear away the most pressing matters. Yeah, I finished the last fight. It was really cool. Now then, Alpha, I hear your heart has set on a journey of some kind. I just want to be sure, but you aren't leaving because you tricked us into the Rift, but because you're Omega's creation or anything like that, are you? Would have stopped you if that was the case. Pure curiosity, on the other hand, is something I like to encourage. Exploring, interacting with the world, I think the experience will be good for him. Despite Omega's power, its potential to learn was hobbled by hostile directives. Alpha, on the other hand, is free to grow as he pleases. Yeah, Stormblood's great. Very good expansion. Very well, Alpha. As the chief engineer of Garland Ironworks, I hereby grant you unlimited leave to pursue personal research. Travel far and wide, and take in everything these lands have to offer. But do come back when you're ready. I'd hate to lose such a valuable employee. Alpha! I'll miss you so much. Be careful out there. If anyone seems suspicious or shady, you stay away from them. Even if they offer you treats. Yeah, use your invisibility cards to get away. And make sure you greet folks with a cheerful quay. They might not understand you, but at least they'll know you mean no harm. I'm sure you'll make no friends in no time. You just be yourself, you hear me? What is this? What in the hells? Oh, it's Omega? Ah, we forgot to shut it down. This is a model Omega that Wedge and I were working on. We built it while we were resting, thinking it might be useful for figuring out strategies or something. Not much use now, I suppose. They built a whole model of Omega. Man, they were really productive while they were resting. What? You want to keep it? It's just a toy that'll follow you around. If you're happy with that, then it's all yours. And there they go. Grew up so fast. Fair journey to you, Alpha. Take care. Thank you, Jaguar. I'm off to see the world. Wait, I finally understood him. With the echo? Oh, I don't want to see Alpha go. I miss him already. Something amiss? Yeah, I heard him. That's strange. The echo never allowed you to understand him before. Yeah. This is just a theory, mind you, but assuming the absence of a soul is what prevented you from hearing Alpha's voice in the first place, then does it not follow that the reason you hear it now is he has a soul now? Aye, a little miracle, and it explains his sudden urge to travel. For a newborn soul, this world is brimming with unseen wonders. This is a really good ending to this raid series. This feels like the ending to a movie or something. There's Nero. And so, your journey begins. I almost envy you, Alpha. So many new things for you to discover. Speaking of which, what terrible marvels can I trouble my own old friend with next? Nero. Always gotta be up to something. Can count on him to get into trouble again in the future. Music is so good. That was great. Exploring the world together. There's the hole that Omega Man. Finn. Remember how I was saying earlier it feels like the ending to a movie? No, it definitely does. I feel like I saw the future and predicted that. I hope Alpha enjoys his adventures. Me too. There's so much danger out there for one little chocobo. I'm sure he'll be fine. And dwelling on such things is not productive in the least. Why don't we discuss a happier subject, like your long-awaited bonus? We drained the coffers to fund your expedition. Why settle for coin when you can have the latest in automation technology? Sure, I'll take cool technology. That's right. We're gifting you a premium mammoth, a one-of-a-kind master model for merchandise copies, constructed with our patented ironworks quality. The ending music sounded like the reprisal from the end of Spirited Away. Yeah, I was kind of thinking to myself, it sounds like Studio Ghibli music. I present to you the Clockwork Alpha. Nice. I've got some music too. Whenever you bring it out on your travels, may it remind you of the real Alpha, quaying along under some distant sky. Just the thought of it brings a smile to my face. That and the free advertising. Free advertising for Ironworks. I've taken excerpts from the Chief's report on Omega and loaded them to the terminal there. Feel free to take a look. I would have liked to add Nero's observations as well, but that man is nowhere to be found. Did you know he sold Rowena the pattern for a new uniform? Oh, and speaking of nowhere to be found, I wonder how far Alpha has gone. Not outside of Eorzea, surely. You haven't spotted our little chick on your travels, have you? Alright, and that's the end. That was a great raid. Very fun. I really like that ending. The alphas out there just exploring the world now. Sweet. Alright, well, thanks everyone for watching the stream. It's great having you around, Spawn Shop, helping me clear the one of the fights in the raid. I will be back streaming later this week. I'll post a schedule tomorrow showing that when I'm going to be streaming, but this Friday is going to be MSQ, so I hope to see you around for that. Alright. Hope everyone has a good night, and see y'all later.